Hey everyone, this is Andy Baker of Kingwood Strength and Conditioning, and today I'm going to post a very short and very impromptu video log about a question that popped up on startingstrength.com the other day. And it was the thread was started basically by somebody who had some questions about working with a very elderly and very frail immobile family member, somebody that I believe was in their early to mid 80s that had become very immobile, very weak, and had essentially lost the ability to stand up out of a chair or off of a couch in their own power, and had difficulty doing routine tasks around the house, even had difficulty maybe just moving around without assistance. And the question was, is there anything simple that I can do? I'm not a coach. I don't have any formal training working with regular people, much less somebody who may be dealing with some of these really difficult issues brought on by age. So what can I do maybe around the house to help somebody that I know that is in a state like this to get stronger and maybe achieve a little bit more mobility and a little bit more independence? Is there anything I can do without a lot of equipment or a lot of coaching experience? The answer is yes. To the degree to which it will work, it will get them stronger. It may not work miracles, but even just helping somebody get out of a chair without assistance, to a lot of us it doesn't seem like a big deal, but to someone who's struggling with that, it could potentially be life-changing. So what I want to show you is a little method that we've come up with here. We do work at Kingwood Strength and Conditioning with a lot of older clients. We have plenty of clients in their 70s and a few in their 80s. Most of them, when they come in, they cannot do a full squat, which is our exercise of choice for strengthening the lower body. So when you work with somebody who can't, maybe even get out of a chair, you're not at a point where, putting a bar on their back and having them do regular full squats is even a consideration. And in a small gym like mine, and for a lot of the people watching this, they may not have access to a leg press machine or some of the other, really expensive and bulky machines that are found in most gyms. So a very simple remedy you can do that doesn't require a lot of equipment is a box squat, okay? Starting out with just the body weight. What I have behind me, I don't know how well everybody can see, but I have an 18-inch plyo box right here, and then I have a 12-inch plyo box right here. Now, if you don't have plyo boxes, you can get them online. You can make them yourself. There's all kinds of designs online of how to make plyo boxes yourself. But if you're going to do this, it's a relatively cheap investment to make. If you're going to try to give somebody their life back, it's not a lot of money. But if you don't have one, you can use a chair. You could use a bench. Just something that somebody could sit down on that would be about a normal height for most people's heights. Now, with this 18-inch box, for a lot of clients, especially if they're taller, that's going to be too low for them to sit down on and stand back up. So what we got to do is find what's the lowest point that this older client can sit down on and stand back up without help. Okay, and basically what we use for that is I've got these, and I made these myself. They're just cutouts of 3/4 inch stall mats. Okay, you can go to like a Tractor Supply store or any place like that and get 4x6 squares, and then I just cut the 4x6 sheet up into these little squares. And these are useful for a lot of purposes around a gym, and this is one of the things that we use them for a lot. So maybe if this 18-inch box is too low for somebody to sit down on and stand back up, then we would stack a few of these up. Okay, I'll just do 3 here as an example. Stack 3 mats up and then see if they can do that. And so it's just real simple. You just have them kind of back up to the box here, sit down, keep the weight distributed over the heels or the midfoot, okay, and stand back up. And if they can do that, then maybe on the first day you have them do 15 of those or 20 of those. You got to be careful. You don't want to do too many. You don't want to make them too sore, or hurt them. So just start with a moderate amount, and then you can raise the total number of repetitions over time. But the key thing is not really the total amount of repetitions you're going to have them doing, it's the height of the box, okay? For some of these people that are maybe really, really weak and really, really deconditioned, and especially if they're overweight, their range of motion may only be a few inches. They may only be able to sit down on something that's just a few inches below where they would be if they were standing and come back up. That's okay. All we need to do is just find a starting point on day one, and then what we do over time is each time they come into the gym, or maybe every other time that they come into the gym, we're going to remove one of these mats and make the height of the box a little bit lower, okay? So we're not trying to add weight to this person at this point. We're just trying to lower the height of the box each time, and this is a very incremental and progressive way to do that, okay? If you try to lower it too much, like if you try to go from say the 18-inch box down to the 12-inch box, okay, that's 6 inches, okay? That's going to be too much of an increase from one workout to the next. It's got to be just like when you load weights on a bar, you know, it may be 1, 2, 5-pound increments is all that we're looking for workout to workout. Same with this. We're only looking for them to go down maybe 3/4 of an inch every workout or every other workout, or maybe even every 2 or 3 workouts. Okay, just depends on how long it takes them to get acclimated to the movements. So, you know, say the person has come in and they've achieved where they can do 20, 25 repetitions, you know, on the 18-inch box with 3 mats. So next time they come in, pull the mat off, okay? Now they do their work sets down here just a little bit lower. They barely notice that each workout that box is getting lower and lower. And what you want to do is just work it down to a level where hopefully they can at least get the top of their thighs parallel with the ground. Okay, if they can do that, then they should be able to, you know, get up off of a chair, get up off of the couch or whatever without somebody having to help them. Okay, and so that's really all we're trying to do. Now, I like the box just because it's safe. You know, if somebody loses their balance or they get stuck down there, the box catches them. There's really no danger of them falling or anything like that. So you always want to try to watch out for that. You don't want anybody to fall while you're trying to train them. Over time, if you want, once you get them down to this, like that parallel position where the top of their thighs are around parallel, it's very easy to add light weights to this. You can use a light bar on somebody's back if you want, or my preference, a simpler way, is just to use a light pair of dumbbells, and you can buy these at basically, you know, Academy or Walmart or Target or anywhere that sells, you know, light fitness equipment. So this is just a pair of 10-pound dumbbells. You can get them as light as, you know, 3 or 4 pounds, 5 pounds, 8 pounds. Just get some light dumbbells and just have them hold them up at the shoulders, okay, kind of like in a front squat position, okay, and then you can just slowly start adding in some weighted squats, okay? And if you can work somebody up, you know, that's 80 years old to doing 3 sets of 10 with some 10-pound weights on their shoulders at a parallel box squat, okay, you've done them a really good service, and they're going to get a lot of benefit from that, and it should add some years of quality to the rest of their lives. So if you guys have any questions about this, you can hit me up on the Starting Strength forum, in my programming forum, or you can go to my blog at bakerstrengthcoaching.com. I'm going to post this video log there, so you can hit me up in the comments section. And if you've got specific issues with a specific person that maybe you're trying to help out, just hit me up and let me know, and maybe I can give you some other additional tips for you to use trying to help them out. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it.